and it's always changing. All right, everybody, welcome. It's Sunday, September 24th. Thanks for coming to this guitar hang this morning where we can play some guitar for an hour and a half. You can follow us as closely as you like, listen peripherally, practice on your own, camera on, camera off, interact, suggest topics. Uh, yeah, that's how it goes. The last three sessions, I keep saying, maybe we'll do part three of the chicken, and then something else comes up. But I'm kind of wanting to start with the chicken because it's we made the tab for it so we could check out the tab, check out the chords. It's blues adjacent, so that's cool. It's all dominant seven chords, so one kind of a chord. It's a cool form. Um, and then it gives us an opportunity to solo in a couple different keys within the form. Any really top of mind things that anyone wants to go over before we get into that? Any questions, topics, songs, things you've been thinking about?
I I'd like to go over "The Thrill Is Gone" by BB King, just the
Okay.
whole song.
Mm-hmm. Like the structure or his solo or like,
Mostly his solo and what he's doing it during the song, but yeah, also the structure for it because it's like an interesting style.
yeah, well, that's actually, I think will only take us maybe about 15 minutes. So let's do that first. We could go over that first. It's a good warm up getting into the chicken, which is a little more intense. Um, so the thrill is gone is the perfect example of a minor blues form. And BB's opening solo, we'll just go over his opening solo because it's that timeless. Bow. I can't sing that high. I'm an octave lower. But yeah, like his opening solo is a great, just B minor pentatonic solo. Some good ideas in there. So let's check out BB's original "Thrill Is Gone." And if you ever go to a a blues jam, this is a really good one to call. What is Bear doing? He's in the bathtub. It sounds like. What is he doing? Hold on. He's licking something. I just got to make sure he didn't grab something. What are you doing? Sorry about that. Okay. 1969. What a great year for music. So here we are. The thrill is gone. You all hear that? Okay, cool. Back to the top.
Thrill is gone.
All right, let's take it from the top. Okay, so now it's important that right there you only need like 5 seconds to figure out the key. Blues is very predictable that way. Like, unless there's a setup, and there's no setup in this song, meaning there's no like, it just boom starts right at the top of the form. So you hear, what are your context clues? You hear the bass is the biggest thing. Boom, bo dum bo da do dum, bo dum boom boom. Right? Keyboard, rhythm guitar, like BB. What is it all leading to? This one note and this one chord ultimately. So the moment, if I was at a jam and someone just started playing this, I would basically just, for 2 seconds, just kind of stumble around until I find a match. And to me, the match is B. Right? Can you hear that, Carl? Let's see. Right? So we hear the keyboard player plays this chord, the bass player plays this note, and BB goes, everyone's playing a B. B, right? Okay, then we want to hear the second chord, right? So let's hear that second chord. And like when it changes at a predictable moment on bar 5. So let's see if we could count up to that bar 5 and then feel that change. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Right? And then the bass player goes. So that's the 4 chord, E minor 7 or E minor. So we got B minor 7. Okay, so a couple ways we could play these minor 7th chords. Maybe like this, B minor 7. And that is basically just bar the 2nd fret. Put your ring finger on the 4th fret of the D string. So here's the root B. Then 3rd finger goes on the 5th, F sharp. Then we've got this note right here, that's the minor 7, the note A. And then the note D, 3rd fret of the B string, there's the 3rd. And then the note F sharp, which is the 5th. So we got. Now this chord sounds nice. You could kind of like. And then it also sounds nice to with your pinky. You could add like. Or we could play it here. In this B minor 7, basically you just bar the 7th fret and then add your ring finger to the F sharp on the 9th fret of the A string. That's one way to play that one. Or you could play it like this, which is just bar the 7th fret of the top 4 strings and then skip over the A string and then grab the root note B, and the A gets muted. So it's just like, some people play that like this with the thumb, or like this, right? So these are the same exact chord, 3 options. I like this way. And then that I just did like adding the pentatonic surrounding notes. then from there we go to the 4 chord, which is right here. That's the E minor 7, which looks exactly like that B minor 7 we went over. Just move it up to an E. And you could literally just stay between those two voicings, so you can go. Then, let's see what happens next. Okay, so the first 4 bars, we've got B. They're all minor so far. B B B B, fitting for BB King, and then E, and then E, and then B, and then B. Each one of these is 4 beats, so these are 1 bar each. Minor, 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 minor. Okay. Can you hear that? Make sure you could hear that. So follow me. The beat is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, here we go. Ready? 2, 3, 4. Here we go to the E minor. Back to the B minor. Okay, so this is the hardest part, trying to figure out what we do on the last 4 bars. And I'm actually hearing this with new ears, because I'm really listening to the bass player more than I ever have before. So if you already know this one, try to just listen with new ears, see what the keyboard player's doing, what the bass player's doing. So the last 4 bars, what's cool is on the end of this bar, the bass player does a cool little walk down. Let's see what he's walking down to. So let's see if we get back to. So he goes da 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 da. So he's on the 1. Let's hear that little bass line again. So he's like. Yeah, so he goes. There it is. So the bass line goes. I'm sorry. And he lands on that note. Let's see if we could hear that. So that's that da da da. That's going to be bar 9. Right there. So that chord is an F major or an F major 7. F, major, and then maybe major 7 works. So, oh, sorry. Ah. And then we'll go over how to play the F major 7 in a second. Let's just see if we could hear the root notes. Let's see what's after the F major 7. So he goes da da ba da da ba da da. Just down a half step. Da 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 da. So what's down a half step from F, E, which is oh, I'm sorry, everybody. You should have corrected me. Does anyone know the mistake I made here?
It's a G major 7.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much.
Man, you just really threw me off there. Okay.
Yeah, hey, I make lots of mistakes all the time. I mean, I meant G, so the mistake was just in what I called it. But yeah, G major.
I was like,
7.
how is he getting an F out of that?
Yeah. And then down a half step from is F sharp, which is the 5 chord, right? So then it goes down a half step to F sharp minor. I think minor. I'm not sure, actually. I'm listening to this with new ears. Let's see if it's a minor or a major. It could be both. Both will actually work.
I hear minor.
Okay, so this is what we're trying to find. Is it this note or this note on that chord? So is it this or is it this? It could be both. Let's see. So. Huh. They both could work. I'm going to slow it down. I wasn't sure that I heard anyone playing a third at that moment. Let's see. I heard that major third. I think it's a major. Yeah. Okay, so it is major. I want you to hear that. Listen to the rhythm guitar player's arpeggio. So right when we get to this chord, I'm sorry, to this chord, it's an F sharp, and he arpeggiates. He goes. That's a major third. So can you hear that? Or this? It's really it's an F sharp 7, dominant 7. So see if you could hear that right now. Here it comes. Here it comes. That time I didn't hear it. Actually, I was hearing the G major third and mistaking it for the. I was listening to the wrong chord, so now I'm listening to the right chord. Yeah, it still sounds like an F sharp 7. He does. Okay. Yeah, he does play it. I'll pause at the exact moment. Right there. Dum, da. Yeah, so I'm gonna say that's an F sharp 7, and then back to the 1, bum boom, which is B minor. And then let's see if the last bar turns around. I always assumed there was no turnaround, but I heard the bass player. There. Da-da. The bass player does hit the 5. It's the first time I ever heard that. So the bass player does go back to the F sharp really briefly over here. Sorry that you can't see what I'm writing. Let me change the color. F sharp for a moment, but I'm not sure if he goes over. Maybe it's just the last beat. So he stays on the B, but then he hits the F sharp. Let's see. Yeah, he hits it on beat 2 of the last bar. So standard 12 bar blues. Is someone trying to say something? I can't tell, or I'm hearing like a ruffling kind of a noise. I think that was you, Craig. Welcome, Craig. I'm just gonna go ahead and mute you. Thanks for coming. Okay, so here's our full form. So it goes like this. One,
Sorry. Hey, Gary.
two, yeah.
Sorry, before we go into that. On the F sharp 7, wouldn't you hear that major 7?
That note you just played is the major 3rd. Yeah.
Oh, right. I was thinking reference to B. Got it. Okay. Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay.
that was the note that we were trying to find, and I did hear it. I'll pause at the exact moment that we hear that note. That was it. I paused it on it right at 29 seconds. If you want to go to this video, right there, you'll hear it. Yeah, here it is again. Ready? Do, da. That's going from the dominant 7 to the major 3rd. And then that leads da, da, to the B minor. Yeah, okay. So you will see online backing tracks without this last F sharp 7. We can listen to the rest of the song and see if they always do that, but you know, this is the thing. When you say a minor blues, you go to a jam session, you say minor blues. You don't know if anyone is going to go to the 4 chord on bar 2, which is common. Here they don't. You don't necessarily know if people are wanting to go to the 5 chord on the last bar. So you have to have your ears wide open. There's only 3 chords, really. I mean, the minor blues typically also has this chord in here. I'm sorry, I meant to say the this major 7 is often added in. But yeah, you want to just hear all these possible variations. And the best thing you can do is just listen to a lot of blues. Put on a Thrill Is Gone playlist on Spotify and just listen to how many variations you hear as they play different kind of minor blues sound based on the algorithm. Which we could, that would be a fun listening activity for us to just listen to different blues progressions and pick it out. But so here's how this chord progression goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, Yeah. So, does anyone want any help on how to play these chords? Where to play this progression? It'd be fun to see if we could play it all over the neck in different areas. And also see if we could pick out ideas from the bass play, from the keyboard player, because the keyboard player's playing a lot of cool stuff during this. But so if we had to represent this chord progression in terms of numbers, it would be 1 1 1 1. I'm gonna put this in the chat. 1 1 1 1, 4 4, and if it's lowercase that means minor. 4 4 1 1, and then flat 6 major to 5 dominant to 1 to 5 dominant. There it is in the chat. So the flat 6 major, that one might be the one where you're like, wait, what? That's basically in a minor key, we just go up 1/2 step from the 5 chord. So if we're in the key of B minor, the 5 chord is F sharp. If we just go up 1/2 step and play a major 7, that's just it's just a nice little, gives it a 1/2 step motion, and that's very common in minor blues. The cool thing about minor blues compared to dominant blues is minor blues is diatonic. So minor blues, you can literally just play the B minor scale or the B harmonic minor over that 5 chord, and it's all within a key. Like the blues doesn't follow the rules of a key, but minor blues does. So minor blues is literally in the key of B minor, whereas a dominant blues, it doesn't follow a key. You're going, in other words, let's say you're playing a blues with a B7. Now, that would mean if this is the home chord, if we were diatonic, this would be B mixolydian, or this would be, the 5 chord in the key of, help me out. B is the 5 chord in the key of E, right? So this would be key of E major. But the moment we go here, we're no longer in that key because we have 3 dominant chords. So it's in no key. Standard blues is not in a diatonic key. Minor blues, if we're in the key of B minor, that means we have an E minor and an F sharp minor and a G7, a G major 7, right? And typically we make that F sharp dominant to go back to the 1 chord. So it all, like if I loop this, you can just play the B minor scale. Oops, that was Dorian. And that's all going to work all over the neck throughout that entire progression, and it's going to give you all the chord tones, except on that 5 chord, we can turn it into B harmonic minor. But B.B. King plays just straight up pentatonic for the most part, B minor pentatonic. But just going over the chord progression one more time. First, I'm going to play it in this area. Don't mind the mattress. I got a new mattress yesterday, so I've got to throw this one out. But Bear is enjoying it for a couple days, maybe. Let's first play it down here, and then we'll play it up here. We'll play it in 2 different areas. So one more time in the chat, I'll write the chords: B minor 7, B minor 7, B minor 7, B minor 7, E minor 7, E minor 7, B minor 7, B minor 7. Then what do we have? G major 7 to F sharp 7 to B minor 7 to F sharp 7. There we go, in the chat. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, B minor 7, B minor 7, B minor minor 7, B minor. Now I'm just going to play the easiest E minor 7, which is this. No fingers needed. Back to B minor 7. G major 7. I'll play that right here. You can just play a G major. That's the easiest thing you can do. F sharp 7, B minor 7, F sharp 7. One more time like that. Now, anyone wondering how I did all open strings? Being I'm playing fingerstyle, I could skip over the A string, and that's an E minor 7. So just root note, and then the D, G, B, E. Right? Because that looks like this. Remember we went over this just now? It's the same chord, just in open position. Just skip over the A string. If you want to add the A string, just go 2nd fret on the A string. And that's an E minor 7. So from the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, B minor 7. E minor 7. Back to B minor 7. Here comes G major. Let's just play a G major. F sharp 7. B minor 7. 3, 4. The thrill is gone. The thrill is gone away. The thrill is gone. The thrill is gone away. I don't even remember the words or the melody to this song. Back to the top. Yeah, and then at the end, what the bass player did, kind of dramatic, on beat 2, go to that 5 chord. I'm sorry. So like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. Let me pull up the You know you done me wrong, baby, and you'll be sorry someday. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. The thrill is gone. The thrill is gone away. The thrill is gone. The thrill is gone away. You know you've done me wrong, baby, and you'll be sorry someday. The thrill is gone. The thrill is gone away from me. Thrill is gone. The thrill is gone away. Although I'll still live on, but so lonely I will be. Solo. And also, anytime you see a minor 7, you can just play a normal minor chord. Like there, I just played a regular E minor. And anytime you see a major 7, just play a basic major chord. G major, F sharp. And if you see an F sharp 7, you can still play a basic major chord. Sorry, keep going with it. Moving it up. Oh, sorry, messed it up there. Yeah, anyone want to play it your own way or want any help on any of these chord voicings? Carl, any questions about the chords? Any volunteers want to play? Okay, so then let's check out BB's solo. Yeah, and just FYI, what before we go to the solo, what I was doing on the chords. So just thinking about areas of the neck, right? So low register, medium register, higher register. I think I played this chord, which is a, or that B minor. And then I played this E, that E minor. Then I did this G major 7 to that F sharp 7. When I was in medium register, I did this F sharp 7, but then I went to this one. So just the more voicings you know, the more you could kind of mess around with that. Such a classic intro. So he starts House of Blues, B minor pentatonic. Here's B minor pentatonic. And then House of Blues. Starts on this B. Little bend there. then comes down. So. I think he does like a bend to vibrato there. Let's see. Okay, he goes. I don't think I ever realized that the way he tagged it at the end. So he goes. Classic, like this is the blues riff, right? So after he goes. So just barring that 7th fret. So that whole riff, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. I'm not sure exactly the timing on those last 2 notes. I think it's a little later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's hear that again. That reverb. Okay, can you all figure out that riff right there? We only got 3 notes. Here it comes. Now, where BB's playing it, knowing BB, I actually think it's not where I would play it. So BB was a big index finger bender. So I'm thinking he does that bend like this in the House of Blues, where I would go. But and that's his way of playing the 4 chord. And why does that sound so good on the 4 chord? Because he's bending up to the root. Flat 7 to root. The root is E. So check this out. He starts his phrase over the 1 chord on the B. He starts his phrase on the 4 chord on the E. Right? That's cool. I would call that thematic. There's a theme there. Starts his riff on the 1 chord on the B. Starts his riff on the 4 chord on the E. Okay, now anyone that's been hearing me talk about chromatic scale and B.B. King, here it is right here. This little chromatic riff. I've actually never figured this riff out right here. Dun, 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 dun. Right? He's like really messing with those half steps there. Huh. Yeah, like. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. The first two riffs. So, BB also played a lot of in-between. So, the way I'm hearing the first two riffs, the second note is pre-bent. So, like, I'm hearing, like... So it's not... It's like... like, we don't need to be total scientists about it, but it's just the idea, like, is he fretting a note or is he bending a note? Like, that gives us some insight into the touch. Huh. Yeah, like he's just messing around with like, you know, like just that to me inspires me. Like, okay, next time I'm in the House of Blues, maybe I could try this like, you know, messing around. What kind of microtones can I get in that House of Blues? And then he goes... The way he finished that phrase, yeah, I really think he's in this House of Blues area and using his index finger. So on the major, he goes. That's on the major 7, the G major 7. He goes. And how does that work over the G major 7? That's the major 3rd. I'm sorry. over the 5 chord. That's the root. So in that little BB King Masterclass video, you know, during that little thing, he goes, okay, so then on the 5, I bend up to the 5. He says that, right? So one of the cool things from the House of Blues, this is the 4th. So, and this is the 5th. So that's the root of your 5 chord, is the last note in the House of Blues, bend it up a whole step. And that's your, so one little takeaway. So if you're playing an E blues, here's your root. I mean a B blues. If you're playing a B blues, here's your root. Here's your 4th, and here's your 5th. So if we want to kind of target those notes, oh, and then on the 6, on the major 7 chord, the B is the major 3rd of that chord. So I'm going to lay down the minor blues, and I'm going to target roots and then just the major 3rd of that chord. So let's loop this progression. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it did work. I think it worked. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's my root. I keep over bending this note. Let me do that again. if anyone else wants to take over, I've run out of ideas. But it's nice to have a target. I feel like one thing that helps give a solo structure is you're going somewhere. Where am I going? I'm going to the 4 chord. I'm going to the 5 chord. So if I just think of these as like landing spots, it helps me connect the ideas. Like, all right, I'm about to go to the 4. I'm gonna go to the 5. So I really want to master this movement right here, going from the G major 7 to the F sharp 7. So I'm trying to think about this chord form, G major 7, and the arpeggio. Then to this chord form and this arpeggio. They're right next to each other, so it's not that difficult once you know it. So like over this chord form, I'm going 1, 3, 5, 7, 1, 3, 5, 7. And then I've got to go down a whole step to the F sharp dominant 7 arpeggio. And I'm sorry for those of you that are not near this and you're like, what? Just hopefully you'll take what you can from this lesson. But from this F sharp, it's almost the same, root, 3rd, 5th. So both times we're going root, 3rd, 5th. But here we have a major 7. And here we have a dominant 7. So this one looks like this. The G major 7 looks like this. And the F sharp dominant 7 looks like this. And then, so here's my goal. 1 chord, 4 chord, 5 chord, 6 chord, back down to the 5, and then to the 1. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel like I'm getting it, which feels good, because like it went from being an exercise to like I feel a sense of ownership over it. So just my idea is just the major 7 arpeggio to the dominant 7 arpeggio, and starting it either at the top or the bottom and being able to find it from wherever you're at. So if I'm in this house of blues, then I just go. So I just go up a whole step. That's this chord. And then from there, so I could kind of do like a motif. And then same riff over 2 arpeggios. Oops. awesome. Does anyone have any questions about what I'm talking about? The arpeggio shapes, the chord shapes. Like I'm here to like teach you anything that you're wondering about right now. That's part of the value here. So I just have no idea what you're all getting from any of this, if anything. Uh, and I'd love to hear what you're exploring on your own as well. Wasn't this shit? Oh, Joe, good point. Totally lost track of time. Yeah. What has it been? An hour? More? An hour and 10 minutes. Uh, that's how it goes. All right, let's move on to the chicken.
Hey, Gary.
We flip flop this. Yeah,
Gary, can I throw one thing out? This should be really quick. Are you familiar with the publishing company Fundamental Changes?
I am. Yes.
They've got a sale right now. Their entire catalog is $3 a book if
Oh
you're
wow.
willing to do the Kindle version of it.
Oh,
I
the
don't
Kindle
think it's
version.
the regular paperback, or I think they might have PDF versions of it too. I don't think it includes that, but they've got 29 books out and they're all $3 a pop. So
That's cool.
just to
Yeah,
throw that out
they're
there.
killing it. That fundamental changes. The publisher was at the guitar camp I was at, and because one of the artists there, he made a book with. I don't know if it was like Kurt or something, but
Levi Clay is on there, and there's like a
yeah,
Mike
I'm,
Stern book and a Steve Morse book published,
yeah,
authored by them.
yeah. I heard they're good.
Yeah.
Um, so
I went out and bought them all because it's like $3 a book. Why not?
yeah, if you consume books through Kindle or through
Right.
computer, then it totally is so worth it.
And I think
Yeah.
they've got the backing tracks and all the examples and everything on their website that you have access to.
Oh wow.
Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that they allow that. I bought a PDF book through them before,
Uh-huh.
and I know they allowed it that way.
Yeah, that's cool.
So, yeah.
Nice suggestion. All right, let us switch gears to the chicken. Sorry, Joe. I knew that was happening, and I was like, I'm really enjoying this right now. So let's just stick with Thrill is Gone. um, let's see. Open recent. The chicken. Oops. All right, here's the chicken. Oh, let's get the metronome on. How do you turn the metronome on? Anyone see a metronome icon anywhere? Ah, right here. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, so that's what it sounds like.
Gary, I think you put one too many on the bottom there. That 12th fret or 12th bar, I don't think that should be there.
Let me see. One, two, three, four. Oh, where it says 12. Oh,
That right there, it should go into that.
hmm.
I believe.
So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3. 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. No, it's definitely correct. The thing is that this is actually a pickup. So this is bar one. You know what I'm saying? This is a pickup bar. It's not even a pickup bar. It's just a pickup quarter note. Ba da 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. Da 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 3, 2, 3,
Oh, okay.
4. Yeah. So it looks visually like how is there a bar 13? But yeah, and it does repeat it so many times uh, that it kind of does feel like how many times are we going to play this riff, right? Let's listen to it and check it out that way. Ba-dum-bum. There's actually a really great version with John Scofield. I don't know if any of you are familiar with Scofield, but he's like one of the funkier jazz guys for sure. Still doing it like really. I've seen him 3 times in the last couple of years, which has been awesome. Oh wow, that's shot on a potato for sure. Actually, I can't tell what you're seeing. Let's see. What are you seeing? Nothing? Let me see. I think I've got to move this screen onto my laptop because you can't see it. Hold on. Later, Joseph. Glad you enjoyed it, even though you reminded us about the time. Oh, actually, so the original version I found out is actually by James Brown, not Jocko. Right here, check this out. Yeah, and there's that really cool funk guitar in there as well. So, actually, I think I did leave one note off here. And sorry about that distorted guitar. I wish I could change that to like funky guitar or something. Okay, so here I forget. Sorry. I forgot actually a note here. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this should be a quarter rest, and then here I just forgot a note here. This should be no 7. There we go. Let's make that shorter. Okay, here we go. So we're in B flat. Oops. 2, 3, 4. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Oops, 2. Let's just get that first riff. You can do a little slide in onto this 7 if you want. Like, then we go. This you can do a little slide into. So let's see if we can get this much. And I'm gonna make that beat a little slower. So excuse me. That wasn't really slower. So one, two, three. I'm just gonna loop that. Alright, now I'm going to move on to this spot, which is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. I'm sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm just gonna loop this right here. So notice how it comes in on beat 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Sorry, let me try again. Wrong notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. So now let's put together. This is also how I like to learn riffs. Pieces, then connect the pieces. So whole thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Whole thing again. 3, 4. Sorry, let's start over from the top, and then I'll loop it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's go slower. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Last time. 3. Sorry, I forgot. I lost track of the count. Let's do it. Last time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I messed up. Da da da. Yeah, exactly. All right. Did anyone work on this riff from a few weeks ago that wants to share how they're playing it and their progress? Or just this little bit right here? Would anyone like to play it? Or does anyone have questions on the fingering? Rick?
Sir.
I heard you on mute, so I was wondering if you were going to play or say.
Yeah, I was going to, but you stole the tab.
Oh, okay. Let's put that back up.
That's okay.
Oh, go for it. Yeah, man. Sounds great. So, two things in the notation here. When it's in parentheses, that just means that it's carried over and it's just one note connected. So that happens here and here. So in other words, so it does the like, so this is not da 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 da. It would be, and then when we get up to like these parts, that riff's gonna be, so instead of, yeah, so it's just one note connected. And man, Rick, I would love to hear you play along with either the James Brown or the Jocko, like to the recording in time. That would be my little side challenge to you. Like, hey, next time, Rick, can you play the chicken with the recording? I think that would be awesome.
I'll give it a shot. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thanks for doing that.
Yeah, my pleasure. So I'll attach this tab again if anyone wants to work on the chicken privately. I mean, after the session. Anyone have any questions, comments before we go? Dean, are you traveling? Are you in a hotel? Ah, nice. Where are you at? That's all right. It just says you're muted, but wherever you are, I hope you're having a good
Now
time.
he has to type where he's at to end the mystery.
Yeah. We're all wondering. It's daylight, so you're probably in the U.S. Nashville. Oh, that's a good place to be. Cool. Yeah, enjoy. All right, everybody. Well, have a great rest of your weekend. I'll post the replay. I hope you have fun on Thrill Is Gone. I really feel like Thrill Is Gone, even for Doug, I know you're more on the beginner side. I feel like that's a good blues tune for you. Um, and for everyone, yeah. Yeah, I can imagine. I give you a lot of credit for just watching today's session, but hopefully you got some value. All right, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. I will see you next time. Take care.